Cool. There we go. Hi. Sorry about that. Good afternoon. Happy Thursday. This is Melvina Fredson-Cole with Think Beyond the Keys. And I am excited for today because next week is Thanksgiving. Yes, it's Thanksgiving Day. And I was thinking that about a week ago or so, on the by the way, I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself, did I? Melvina Fredson Co. from Think Beyond the Keys. If you're listening to me for the first time, every Thursday I come here on live and I speak about things relating to the home and from buying a home, selling a home, and everything in between. And that's why it's called Think Beyond the Keys. This week is Thanksgiving special, and the thought came to me because last week I was on a webinar and someone was talking about, oh, this gentleman would be great to bring us this subject and explain this subject, and someone told them, the presenter, that that person was fixing their holiday lights and he slipped and fell, hit his head, broke his ribs. But the sad thing about it was that he basically was brain dead. Yes, he's brain dead, and I think they're gonna pull the plug. And and it hit me. I don't know this person, but it hit me so hard to think that someone would die like that. The in holidays was meant to be happy, the Christmas period, Thanksgiving, happy and having fun and meeting with friends and family, giving and all that kind of stuff. And this person met with this kind of fate. And it kept me wondering, it's like, okay, well, how many are there? A lot of these accidents. It is shocking because there are about 5,800 fall injuries within a 3-year period from beginning November 1 to, I think, January 31st. That's the holiday period according to the CDC. And they had that figure. And I'm like, okay, these are injuries. It can be different things. However, there was 43% of that were from ladder falls. So if you look at it, and it's 3-year period, right? 5,800, but let's put it in perspective. If you divide that into three, it will be 1,000, about 1,933, right? Per year of injuries relating to ladder falls. And now I'm like, okay, let's break it down. 43% of the 1,933 injuries, sorry, will be 831 falls. So 831 falls each holiday period is related to ladder falls. And so I was devastated because I'm thinking about the family. I'm not sure if you had kids, but that is not a nice way to remember that your loved one died around this season because they're putting up holiday lights. It's not. So I'm bringing this to you, and I want you to please share this, share it. If you have any questions, DM me, let me know, let me give you resources. But here is what you can do to avoid these fatalities, because some people get sprained back, some people don't have severe injuries. A lot of people, they might, be injured for life. So that is a serious thing. So this holiday, I know most of us will be just a small gathering, but whilst we're decorating, whilst we're putting lights outside, we love the lights. I love the lights. I love to drive down the streets and see lights, but let's take care of ourselves. And here are some few tips when it comes to ladder. And I'll be talking about other safety tips, but this is for ladder safety. So the first of all, get the right ladder. Yes, there are different ladders for different purposes, for different types of work. And if you're not sure if you have the right ladder, ask your local hardware store like Home Depot, Ace, and those places. Or you can check. I did not know that there was a ladder. I think it's called Ladder Association. American Ladder Institute. American Ladder Institute. Sorry, just forgetting the blank here, but American Ladder Institute. They have a lot of safety tips. They have, like, I didn't know that depending on the weight, they have a ladder that can take up to so much weight and different things. So make sure you know you have the right ladder. That's number one. Also, make sure that you do not climb up the ladder where you're going to reach. If it's up the roof, wherever you're going, the gutters, if you're cleaning the gutters, because a lot of people do it around this time, the leaves are falling, they need to clean the gutters. But if you're on the last rung on the ladder, when you're on top, the ladder is not long enough. You need at least, I think, 2 or 3 rungs in order for your ladder to be safe, for you to climb up and be safe. Don't go all the way up in the top. That is not sensible. A third thing, don't decorate alone. Do not decorate alone. Have someone with you. Have someone with you. And I was speaking with the insurance guy from State Farm. His name is David Casello. He was here speaking about fire insurance. And I told him about the fall and the ladder and how, it really traumatized me to know that people can die from this simple thing, something that is joyous. And he says, yes, there's a lot of claims that comes in during this time. So he gave me a bright idea. So this comes from him. So you guys gonna thank him. I'm gonna put his information again in the description when I'm done. He's David Castillo, and you can get hold of him on 408-238-2000 and ask all homeowners insurance question. But he said that have an exit plan. I'm like, what do you mean have an exit plan? And he said, no, make sure that you know where to grab. Do you have something to grab on? If your ladder it starts unshaky and it falls, how are you going to hang on? What are you going to hang on to? He said, design a plan, design an exit strategy. I mean, if when you put your ladder and all around is concrete ground, obviously if you're falling on a concrete ground, it is not good for your body, especially your head. And he said, wear a bicycle helmet. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that is such a good idea to protect your head. I know nowadays we want to be cool, and maybe wearing a bike helmet might not look cool, but look, you do not look cool dead or brain dead. So just wear it, just wear it to protect your head. And also maybe get things like pillows or use, I don't know, mattresses. Be creative, put it around you. So if you fall, at least you cushion your fall. So those are some of the tips. If you want, you can DM me. I'll send you like a list of other tips, safety ladder tips and resources that I can give to you. But please be safe when it comes to ladder. And ladder is not only for indoors, but before we get to indoors, one quick thing. Sometimes we want to decorate the outside of our home. Yes, it's dangerous, but what do we do? But there are Christmas lighting, Christmas lights installers, companies that are out there, the installers, yeah, that they can do that for you. And there are a lot of them all over the place. So it doesn't matter what state you're in, what county, what city, you will find people that can come in professionally and get it done. However, when you're hiring a professional to come do the job of decorating your home with lights, before you do that, do your homework. I would suggest, talk to 2 or 3 people and make sure that they are adequately insured. Yes, and that they're insured for injuries, the workers that are coming to work in your home, and they're also adequately insured if they damage your home, because things can go wrong, right? And so just make sure that they have that. Don't be ashamed to ask them. Tell them like, hey, I want to know if you're insured, if you're adequately insured. What is your insurance? What does it cover? You can ask them. It's okay. And also, shy away from one man show. Like if that's he's the one man shows, like, yeah, I've been doing this for years. Ask for references, but I would shy away from just one man show. Make sure that yeah, you have adequate insurance. Ask for references. Do your due diligence, and don't go with the cheapest, because you get what you pay for. We say that all the time, but you do, because a professional will know the type of lights to use, because there are different types of light. Ask them, hey, where do you buy your lights? Because guess what? The professional knows that the lights we see in regular retail stores are not professional grade lights, and they can tell you the different types of light, the colors. Ask if they do like if they do like they offer design consultation, because sometimes you already have a design on what you want, but they can come up with more ideas. Hey, do you offer design consultation? These are things that you can ask. And they can ask, they can do color schemes, they can match a lot of things. So this, if you don't want, if you think that you cannot do it yourself, there are people out there, but just be cautious. Have references. Make sure you ask them if they have insurance. And that reminds me, also make sure that you, what your homeowner's insurance covers also is also a good thing to know. And if you've had your homeowner's insurance for a long time, call them up, let do a review of it. Or you can call my guy here. I said I'm going to put it, his name is David Castillo from Farmers Insurance. He can do a review and make sure that you're adequately covered as a homeowner. And that goes because when we holiday times, friends come over, things happen, someone else falls on your property, it's going to be your responsibility also. So just make sure everything is squared away before you do that. Now, coming indoors, now, ladder also comes in indoors. There are indoor ladders, there are things that you can do. If you have kids, please, and you're putting up decorations, you're using a step stool, whatever, do not let the kids run around in between the ladder, please, because you don't want to fall, and especially you don't want to fall on the kids or the ladder fall on the kids. So make sure they're away from the room. I would say that you're decorating and you're climbing and you're doing all this kind of stuff. Make sure also the same rule that applies to outside applies to inside. Have an exit strategy. What if you fall? Make sure there are no sharp objects around. I mean, all these little things are things that you can help to safeguard and make sure and that you don't injure yourself and your family. Does that make sense? Do not climb up on furniture. I was one that normally does that, trying to put the step stool on on a table, those kind of stuff. No, that's a no-no. Please do not do that. We want you to be happy. We have enough problems in 2020. We don't want more problems, and we're finishing the year strong. So, we don't want to be beaten. Do not avoid those. If I don't climb on chairs, tables, and stuff. Get ladder. It is worth it. Ask yourself, how much is my life, my body worth? And see, and you answer that yourself and see if that makes sense. But please be safe. Please be safe. Okay. Whilst decorating, make sure things are not tangled. Make sure you don't leave decorations with the little kids so they don't tie it around themselves. That is not fun. You don't want them to hang. And if you're hanging up lights, by the way, if you're hanging up lights, be very careful, because there's stories where people get tangled even on their necks with lights. And if you fall, you know the picture. So that is for decoration. When it comes to trees, if you decorate every year, you already know. So this is just a gentle reminder. If you're having natural trees, make sure they're not too dry and make sure you water them. Okay, if you're having artificial trees, make sure the label says that is, I think it's it's not flammable. Read the labels, understand it. However, that does not mean that you should put a live flame candles. I know live flame candles are cute. That's the best to go with. But nowadays, every year, fires start in homes because of candles. And so you want to limit that. You can use, I know we don't like the artificial candle, but even if you use candle, be safe around it. Don't put it under the tree. Don't put it near the tree. Put it away. Make sure it's safe around. There's nothing around there. Don't leave the candles and go to bed. Don't leave your lights and go to bed. And if you have kids, make it fun for them. Okay, make sure you make it fun for them. Like, maybe give them safety patrol. Yes, safety patrol duties. And if you have more than one kid, that is even fun. You can do safety patrol. A kid can be the one who makes sure there's water in the tree, doesn't get dry. If you have older kids, it's even fun. They can make sure the lights are off before going to bed. Make sure everyone have those kind of duties. Make sure, and now that leads me to the kitchen. Yes, but one of the things I want to say about safety is, I know a lot of people like deep fried turkey. Yes. And that is also a hazard during Thanksgiving. So just follow the regular safety tip. Make sure that the burner is out in an open space, away from the house, away from the garage. Because I've seen people putting it right outside, right, almost in the garage. And you know what would happen if something just becomes flammable and blazes up, right? Make sure you understand the temperature, where to put it, have the right utensils, wear protective gloves when you're putting the turkey in and taking it out. Make sure the kids are not around that area at all. Do not throw water if the fire, water and oil do not mix, okay? Make sure you have the right extinguisher just in case. Make sure you have all these things, just make sure it makes sense for you to sit down and have a safety plan for all those areas, sharp objects around kids and knives, all that kind of stuff. These are things that you should take down with your family. Make a safety list. Make sure everyone's aware of that. Spills, falls, twist, all that kind of stuff. We want you to be safe in your home this holiday season. So that's pretty much what I have for you. I hope you keep safe. Um, Also, there's also the safety habit of drinking. I know this is a think beyond the kids home ownership, but this is what I mean by think beyond the kids, because it's not only about selling in your home, but making sure you're safe and your home is safe and your kids are safe. So have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope to see you. I won't be here next week because obviously Thursday's Thanksgiving, but I'll see the following week. I am excited of the topics that I had to finish the year strong. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel where all these videos are uploaded weekly. Have an amazing week, safe Thanksgiving, and I'll see you soon. Take care.